What's going on, HK? We are back. Sure News Network officially back. We're doing Week 8 and Week 9 fantasy results here today. We are very excited to announce the winners. I think I just put up the winners a little bit too early. But anyway, just me on the pod today. I'm going to do this quick because I'm trying to go eat pizza and watch this Bengals-Raiders game. It's going to be very exciting stuff. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I got kind of behind this week. I had a busy week at work, but here are the winners for Week 8. As you can see, that's Week 9. Shit. Shit. Hold on. There we go. There's Week 8 right there. So Slick comes in first, 123 points, which is higher than the winner last week. A-Bomb comes in second. This week was a little bit lower in participation. We had 11 players this time. This lineup was pretty solid. We had Deshaun Watson right here, which I think was against me. He had a great day passing. J.K. Dobbins is officially back. Remember last week Mikey said watch out for J.K. Dobbins because his team returned to the Ravens, and he was right in that prediction. J.K. Dobbins goes for 26. Jalen Waddle goes for 26. Jacob Harris is very hit and miss so far this season, 8.5. But then Aaron Jones, which was quite the play this week, finished with 33. And looking at A-Bomb's lineup, he also had Deshaun Watson, Najee Harris, who again plays for the Bears instead of the Steelers. Disappointing week, but he was saved by Kenneth. Mr. Nwangwu went for 45. I know he was in a lot of lineups like he always is. Finally put up the numbers that we were expecting in this week with 45, giving A-Bomb the 110.8 points. Right over Mikey, who again finishes third for the second straight week at 109.1. Mikey had a very bad performance by yours truly, Terry McLaurin, because you can never guess which of the WFT receivers are going to go off that week. That's it for Week 8 results. So Slick, you get 2 +1s. A-Bomb, you get 1 +1. Looking at the rankings, these are your QB1s, or your QB rankings for Week 8. Zach Wilson led the charge at the Jets. Who did the Jets play? The Jets played the Patriots, and he dropped 50 points on them, so he had a great week. Tua for the Dolphins had a great week out of nowhere. He got to play King, who is struggling this season. But you see some other unfamiliar faces up there. Baker Mayfield hasn't been picked in fantasy yet. Tom Brady, Kyler Murray. All these guys haven't really been picked yet. So these are all viable options. If you pick Jordan Love, somebody picked Jordan Love against the Texans. It was the dumbest pick I've ever seen in my life. Those are your QB rankings. But again, look at the difference here of how many people are in the red that weren't in a lineup that you could have used over these other guys that get used every single week. Running back rankings, no surprise here. Mr. Nwangwu shows why he's always in lineups. He goes for 45 points, which is 12 more than the next closest player. Really impressive performance by him. The Vikings, who did they play Week 8? They played the Texans, and Nwangwu was the only one to show out. McCaffrey, very good again. Senzu's offense has been pretty good this season, like really good. I think it's the most points scored. I could be wrong, but it's definitely top 3 in points scored. And he either is going to run the ball a lot or he's going to pass the ball a lot. But either way, McCaffrey's putting up points. Notice again, though, that the running backs at the top of the list are all doing very well in the reception area. They're all getting a lot of receiving points as well as rushing points. So that again, that's going to be something that we want to look out for. Wide receiver rankings. This one was crazy. Really crazy, because you had DJ Moore all the way down here with 3 picks at 10.1. Jamar Chase down here with a pick at 8 points. McLaurin at 6 lineups goes for 6 points. And Walls for 6 points. But look at all these, again, look at all these people that you could have picked that didn't get picked. And it's just insane. We are not seeing a lot of disparity in who people are picking. And you can see that, we had 11 people playing, and you have a flex in a wide receiver spot. We have 5 wide receivers total picked. It's kind of discouraging. I want you guys to mix it up. I'm trying to mix up my lineups a little bit more, so hopefully we'll take this into account. Then tight end rankings. Noah Fant finishes first with 24. Greg was cheesing to the tight end, I guess, and then Brevin Jordan does very well. He was in 4 lineups, so that's a good pick. Top 4. That's a top 4 result. Brandon Watson, again, is another tight end fantasy star, and he only goes for 9. Jacob Harris, again, like I said, 4 lineups at a disappointing weekend. And then Kyle Pitts got boxed up, apparently. Who did that to Slick? 49ers boxed up Kyle Pitts. So yeah, that's a little surprising to me. 45 yards, 2 catches, but hey, you know, there's a lot of room for you to go out there and find new people to pick. You know, don't just use the same people the whole time. So 1 second while I switch over to week 9. Going to our Week 9 winners, we have TBK coming in first at 128 points, and then Chunk at 119, pulling up number 2. So TBK, you get 2+1s in the rewards channel. Chunk, you get 1+1. Remember, guys, you can't use them on physical stats, strength, speed, acceleration, agility, things like that. You can only use them on the other stats like route running or shed move or power move or anything like that. So looking at the lineups here, TBK, you absolutely saved by Ezekiel Elliott, who actually is leading the league right now in MVP race. I don't know if you've looked at that screen yet, but Zeke has been absolutely going off. I know I just played him. I think this last week was this a Zeke game? No, so he played Frizzle and he went off, and then the next week, which is week 10, which was last week, he went off for like 4 touchdowns and 200 yards against me. So Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys, Lolo, is absolutely getting a lot of run. He saves TBK and gives him the win this week because he might have been, I think he was in 2 or 3 lineups. The only other lineup he was in was Chunk, who finished second. So I have Legend highlighted here on accident, but it's really supposed to be Chunk that's highlighted. So the second place guy, Lamar Jackson, goes for 20, which is pretty average quarterback showing. I think Lamar's hot start to the season is starting to cool off a bit. I don't know if we're going to see him picked in as many lineups going forward because he hasn't been a star the last few weeks. Again, the only other lineup to have Ezekiel Elliott finishes second with 55 points. This lineup actually kind of had some bummers with DJ Moore and OJ Howard, but Terrace Marshall Jr. A little known fact is Senzu had one of those breakout games where you get a player that goes from normal to X Factor in 3 straight weeks, and I think this was his X Factor week, so he had to get him a certain amount of touchdowns and yards. So yeah, good showing from there. He's been really good this season. Remember, he had the 63-point week in week 7 that caused, I guess, a lot of people to start picking him in their lineups, as we pointed that out. You can see that if you look at the rankings, you can see who's doing the best every week, and you can use that information to make your lineups going forward. So that's it. Legend 3rd, Mikey 4th, me 5th. You can see right here the results. Again, this is the 3rd straight week, though, that we've had less participation than the week before. We had 19 week 1, 11 week 2, and 9 week 3. So make sure to post your lineups. I know for week 11 that just ended, we didn't have that many players either. So make sure to post your lineups, or week 10, make sure to post your lineups as soon as possible. Quarterback rankings, Josh Allen was number 1. I found this pretty surprising because I don't recall. Is that right? That's not right. There's no way. This might be wrong. Don't look at the rankings. I think the rankings for quarterbacks are wrong. I know Zeke's is right. Running back rankings is Zeke at 55.3. Jalen Guyton was a surprising wide receiver 1 this week. See guys down here, DJ Moore with a disappointing week. And then tight end rankings, Watson and Pitts are again 1-2, so Pitts bounces back. That's it. You know, three tight ends though out of the entire league gets picked in 9 lineups. It's a little discouraging. I'm going to check out these QB rankings and I'll post the spreadsheets, but those are your winners for week 8 and week 9. You guys can post in the Pick'ems Rewards channel and get your fantasy rewards as well. Other than that, we're going to peace out. Have a great Saturday. Good luck to the Bengals as they play the Raiders tonight. Go Joey Burr.